In the ongoing Sinquefield Cup 2025, Praggnanandhaa is in the top half where he's in joint second. But yesterday, during his game against Nodirbek Abdusattorov, he almost made his opponent laugh because there was a blunder. You can see in this particular thing that Praggnanandhaa is waving his index finger, no, you have done a blunder. Now what happened? Now, when you look at it, this particular position arose because if you look at it on move number 46, what happened was Nodirbek jumped the gun by stopping the clock early in a dead drawn position. Both players were playing out a draw with a threefold repetition. So what happens is, supposing if it's okay, the position is very dead, it's like a draw, I can't even push for a win, then you stop the clock and agree for a draw. Threefold repetition is the way of a draw. Now what is a threefold repetition in chess? Threefold repetition is when same position appears on the board 3 times. So supposing you have done bishop c3 and you have put king f6. Bishop c3, king f6, bishop c3, king f6. Threefold repetition, it's a draw. But in the entire process of the threefold repetition, Nodirbek actually did a blunder. And what was the blunder? Chief arbiter at Sinquefield Cup told Nodirbek how Uzbek grandmaster had fallen afoul of the threefold repetition rule in chess. What happened? He said that rule states that for a wrongful draw claim, the opponent gets 2 minutes on the clock. Now, what was a wrong drawful claim? Threefold repetition, right? But Nodirbek miscalculated and asked for the draw 1 move early. So it became a twofold repetition, not a threefold repetition. So Praggnanandhaa was saying, no, it's a blunder, you have done something wrong. So the chief arbiter came, he saw the moves and said, you have done a blunder. Now the rule clearly mentions that if you have given a wrongful claim of a draw, the opponent gets 2 additional minutes on the clock. And that is what Nodirbek Abdusattorov fell prey to. So, what happened after that? Did Nodirbek suffer or Pragg capitalized? Neither. The position was so dead drawn that after a couple of moves, Praggnanandhaa and Nodirbek agreed to a draw shortly after the chess blunder. So that is why, if you look at it, Nodirbek had a lucky escape. So the rule basically is, when you are doing a threefold repetition, it's a draw. But if it's 2 repetitive moves and you have called for a draw and stopped the clock, it's a blunder. And the rule mentions that if you do that, the opponent gets 2 minutes. And that is what exactly happened with Praggnanandhaa at this stage. Both players were laughing. Yes, great that you have escaped that situation, but Nodirbek will be furious with the fact that I let out a chance to win. Praggnanandhaa played solid chess, and that is why you have to give him credit. Heading into the Sinquefield Cup later stages, Gukesh and Praggnanandhaa are only separated by half a point. So that is why it's getting very, very intense at St. Louis with the 5th round that's taking place today. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.